order the Personnel Committee for the Rochester School Board. First order of business is Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And because we are short of committee members tonight, I will appoint Matt Pappas to fill a quorum. So,
I'm sorry, what is, for what?
fill the quorum,
Oh,
make the
okay.
quorum for the committee
Okay.
as a voting member of personnel. So second item for business is the approval of March 3rd, 2022 committee minutes. Motion to accept.
Make a motion.
I'll second that.
Motion made, seconded. Any discussions, questions, deletions, additions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 3, resignations. We have Sandra Alamo, special education teacher, East Rochester. Stacy Barlow, Regular Pathways Director, Spalding High. Allison Gilbert, teacher, Spalding High. Adam Houghton, principal, RMS. Corey Landsman, teacher, East Rochester. Ray Neal, custodian, Spalding High. Kate Logan, secretary, Chamberlain. Chris Turgeon, assistant principal, Chamberlain. Motion to accept.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions, discussions?
Are they, Kyle, are they working throughout the year, or
Yes.
so their resignation is?
At the end of the school year.
Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Item 4, nominations. Julie Couch, Federal Grants Manager for the SAU. Kristen Gagnon, Custodian, RMS. Cassandra Johnson, Second Cook Cashier, Chamberlain. Angela Lateem, teacher, Credo Center, Tech Center. And Jessica Odette, paraeducator, Chamberlain.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any questions, discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 5, transfers. Gail Corey, guidance counselor, East Rochester. Sarah Howard, principal at Chamberlain. Billy Joy, library media specialist at the high school. Jenna Katsanis, deputy principal at the high school. Chris Turgeon, special education teacher, Chamberlain. Motion to accept.
Motion.
I'll second.
Second. Any questions?
Yeah. Just curious as far as transfers, just unfamiliar with the transfer. I don't think I've seen transfers on the agenda, so.
Yep, so transfers are just folks that are working in the district currently and have either asked for or been asked to transfer. And so we're just making you aware of those tonight.
Okay. As far as the principal from Chamberlain, she's a teacher there, is that correct?
Say that again?
Is Sarah Howard a teacher there currently?
No, Sarah Howard's the principal at School Street School.
At School Street, okay. Gotcha.
Mr. Richards, are you looking for a vote for this, or is it an FYI?
This is an FYI.
Thank you.
Is this what they're transferring to? Can you just tell us where they're transferring from?
Yep. So Gail Corey is at the middle school currently. Sarah Howard's at School Street. Billy Joy is at the high school currently. She's in the science department right now. Jenna Katsanis is an assistant principal at the high school. And Chris Turgeon is an assistant principal at Chamberlain.
Thank you.
Any other questions? The motion motion to accept the transfers, I guess? Or,
We don't,
It's fine, you can do it.
I mean, just to put it on record, I guess, or not? What do you want?
we don't need
We
to.
don't need to? If it's not needed, we won't. Item 6 is retirements. We have Donna Bogan, paraeducator at Chamberlain. Deborah Campbell, second cook cashier at middle school. Susan Mann, teacher, high school.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions, discussion? Seeing none, call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 7, teacher's nomination.
Do you want to do the agenda?
Yeah. Why don't we, we'll do the addendums first. That way there we can take some time to peruse them out. So we'll slide over and do, everybody get the addendum in front of them? Okay. Item 1 on the addendum, nominations. Kelly O'Brien, guidance counselor, RMS. Carolyn Sawyer, teacher, RMS.
Make a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and seconded. Any questions or discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, renominations. Thomas,
What does that mean?
well,
I can explain. So you have a large table that we're going to look at number 7, and that's following our professional development plan and our teacher evaluation system. Sometimes timelines get out of whack, so these two folks just kind of missed the timeline, but then corrected the timeline for themselves, and that's why they're being renominated and not currently on that chart that you have.
for the
Yes.
first year, second year, third year
Yes.
teachers, whatnot?
Yep.
So, do we know what, are they going to be in line after this?
Yes, they're already in line. They just weren't there when this happened. That's why they're on the
Gotcha.
agenda.
Okay. Does that make sense? So, Thomas Daly, teacher at RMS. Margaret Detzo, teacher at RMS.
So moved.
Motion made and seconded. Any questions, discussion? All those in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Resignations. Indra Edmonds, teacher, Maple Street Magnet. Zoe Jost, teacher, Rochester Middle School.
So moved.
Motion made,
Second.
seconded. Any discussion, questions? None? Call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And athletic coaching nominations. Shannon Colson, softball freshman girls head coach, with the attached stipend of $4.50. Luke Gilbert, freshman baseball boys assistant coach, for $1. Stephen Marcotte, track spring assistant coach, for $1. Kendall Stanton, softball freshman girls assistant coach, $450.50. Hannah Winship, softball JV girls assistant coach, $474.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. That clears the agenda. We'll go to teacher nominations for 2022-2023. Pretty extensive list, so without having to read it all, read it aloud.
You want to go through each one?
Thank you, Bill.
She's not with it.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Yeah, they're nominated for what? I mean, who are they? They're not the military people, are they?
No, these are all
These are
teachers. This
teachers.
is number 7. So all of these teachers that are on the list, and just to describe it, you see continuing contract, 3rd year, right, 2nd year, and 1st year. So all
Yeah,
the teachers
all
have
of them. Okay.
professional development requirements in their recertification years, and as well as planned evaluations through our teacher evaluation system, and those are differentiated by years based on your experience. So this is the breakdown of all those folks that are now eligible to be renominated for next year, and I ask for the board's approval of that.
The ROTC is a separate
Separate
issue.
item, yep.
I have a question. Is there any rhyme or reason for the order that they're in? Is that just the order they were hired, or just random, or?
It goes basically from most senior to junior. So
Okay.
when they were hired, so you see Georgia Belugas at the very top, she's the teacher that's been here the longest. She actually taught me here, so she's been here a long time. And then it goes all the way back down to the last teacher we hired in the first year in December.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So the synopsis is that all these teachers are being rehired, they've met all the professional development criteria, their evaluations have come through meeting expectations and whatnot, so they're considered for rehire for next calendar year. Any questions? Matt Munn did make a motion to accept.
I second.
Question,
Second.
how do these evaluations take place? Do the individuals, principals of the schools evaluate?
Principals and assistant principals go into classrooms, yes, and do formal evaluations.
Okay.
A series of mini evaluations and summative evaluations.
Okay. And so, how long a time does that take? They must start that fairly early.
We start right in September, yes.
And throughout the year.
Okay.
Any other questions? If not, call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 8, ROTC nominations for 22-23. And I'll read those to Zone 2.
And one more time, you tell me who
The
these are? They're the what? They're not the military people, they're the.
Yes.
Yeah, the ROTC is now. Now we're on to the ROTC.
Right, and
Yeah.
that's, yeah, so are they military people?
Uh,
Are they military people?
Major Heater
Major
Yes.
Heater and Sergeant.
and Sergeant Kerrigan
Yes.
run the ROTC program. Those are the 2 nominations for ROTC.
And
Make-
how do they get evaluated?
So they're evaluated not only by the staff at school, but they have to meet standards set by the military as well. And then I believe when each year we get confirmation from the military about raises, right, that they're earning from the military. Yep.
But we also evaluate them?
Yeah. Through the schools, yes.
Okay.
Move to accept Major Heater and Sergeant Kerrigan.
Motion to accept. Seconded. Any other questions? Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, administrator nominations for 22-23. Attached list.
Move to accept the list of administrators.
Motion
Second?
and seconded. Any discussion, any questions?
Are these also by timeline, about their years of employment?
Yes,
They're,
Yes.
yes,
they're listed by seniority basis.
correct. By the time by order of which they were hired within the district. So there are some teachers who became administrators. You see Jason Bushway, he's an assistant principal, he's been here for a long time, as he worked as a teacher as well.
So their time in the district, not
Yes, sir.
as in their position. Gotcha.
By hire.
Thank you. Any other questions? Discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. 5-year plan. So we met last week as a 5-year committee, and we covered personnel and building. Oh, correct. Out of the personnel exercise that we did, the 3 top choices, if you will, for personnel to move on to the public or
Community engagement.
community engagement workshop will be staff needs study, excuse me, elementary LEA, and the drug and alcohol counselor are the top three desires out of an extensive list from 5-year. So the next process is, with 5-year, we're going to be looking at the other two committees at the next 5-year committee. But these 3 items will be brought to the community engagement workshop and get the community's input and see, start building a program on basically these 3 things. So, is there any questions or discussion?
Can you repeat those 3?
It was staff needs study, basically looking at the whole district and looking at what staff were short in the district and what the needs are for the district. Elementary LEA, and the drug and alcohol counselor.
Awesome, thank you.
So, and just to reiterate, I know we've had discussions in the past of psychologist positions and whatnot. They are currently on the books, unable to be filled with hiring. So it's not that they're not being discussed or in the works. Any other questions or comments regarding the 5-year plan for personnel? Wheels are in motion. Item 11. Oh, go ahead.
I guess I'm confused. You're saying 5-year plan, but you're saying personnel, so what do you,
The 5-year, the personnel
and you're
portion,
talking about people?
the personnel portion of the 5-year plan, where we did the exercise up on at the
Yeah, I
5-year meeting.
I didn't see any personnel on that list.
That was one
Yeah,
of
that
the
was
papers,
one of them.
personnel and
That
special
was,
services.
we covered 2 committees that night, personnel and building.
Special
Right,
services.
I understand we did the
Yeah,
2 committees. I
right.
didn't see a discussion about personnel, however. I didn't,
We had that
Yes, we
discussion
did.
in personnel, the first personnel meeting of the year. We did an exercise.
So, Sandy, do you mind?
Yep. go ahead.
So, Mrs. Keen's just to go over it, so that night, we had all the items that the personnel committee brought forward in the brainstorming session. We had it on the piece of paper up there,
right.
and these were based off of the previously established mission and vision of the district. These are projects that can be worked on. Of that, of the list, and you're included, the priority list was made, the top 3 were selected, which Chair Carey's brought forward in your personnel committee. That will go to the community meeting, which they could add to that list and then reprioritize over the summer.
And did we select a list that said personnel?
The title was
that one of the
personnel.
items? That was,
the-
I know that was the committee.
And
that was
these
the
were the
committee.
projects underneath the personnel
Oh,
committee.
staff needed.
Staff
So
needs study
personnel
as well.
needed for the
Okay.
district, so,
Yeah.
so
All right, all right.
semantics are, yeah, it's staff, not necessarily personnel, but where our shortfalls and, does that suffice with your question, I guess?
Mhm.
Okay. So, all right. Any other comments, questions? Moving on, item 11, public comment? No? Any other? Seeing none, move on. We have a non-public. Under
I can tell, I recommend that you go into non-public under RSA 91A3, Roman numeral 2.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
second. All those in favor?
Yeah, get to it.
Retention.
Oh, roll call? Yeah, that's right.
Any other?
Mr. Kamari?
Yes,
Ms. Keens?
Yes.
so I'll entertain a motion for actions out of non-public.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion.
You get a seal first.
Oh.
Thanks.
Make a motion to seal the minutes of the non-public session
Indefinitely.
indefinitely.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Thank you.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the letter of intent between the Rochester School Board and the RFT regarding teacher coverage.
So, second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Go ahead.
I'd also like to make a motion to terminate the contract for GC.
Second.
Moved and seconded, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.